Now we have two students, so soon other students are going to join us. Okay. Now let's talk about our lesson tonight, which is almost reading and listening at the same time. Okay. So our lesson objectives, which are here, we have to develop listening and reading skills for this lesson today. Teach and review propositions and present participle time expressions. Review vocabulary related to weddings and graduations. Hello, Dana. Thank you for joining us. That was very quick. Okay. If you can hear me, Dana, please type 1. Good. So our objectives here are actually 3. 1, we need to develop listening and reading skills. 2, teach and review propositions and present participle time expressions. Review vocabulary related to weddings and graduations. Good evening, Dana. Thank you. Okay, now let's go and talk about the big day. You know, if you were a man or a woman, the big day is your wedding day, is when you get married. This is one of the big days in your life. And also one of the big days also when you do Al-Hajj. Also one of the biggest days of your life is graduation, is when you graduate from university. So in our lives there are really big days: marriage, graduation, Hajj, and some other related stuff. Now let's read and listen to some kind of advertisement. Okay, now look at the advertisement. What kind of a company is this, and what do they organize? Now you're going to see this and you tell me about it. This is a name of a company here called Weddings Unlimited. This is called Wedding Unlimited, and they have all these advertisement company which is specialized for Weddings Unlimited, which is responsible for what? What do you think is this company responsible for? For marriage? Yeah, it's not for marriage, then it is for weddings. Okay, when you inshallah grow up, Dana, and get married, you have a husband, so you need to make a party. This party, we call it wedding party and a wedding celebration. So there are companies that help you make your wedding very great. So I'm going to read what they can do for you. We help create beautiful wedding memories. Let us make your special day more special. 50 years of experience count. Cakes, they offer cakes, catering and menus, ceremony, flowers, gifts, invitations, limousines, photographers, planning and coordination, transport, videographers, wedding reception venues. Okay, so if you decide and you want to make your marriage special and you want a company that can take care of all of these stuff, you gotta go to Weddings Unlimited. And here is the contact us for free on the number. This is a toll-free number, and also there is a an email, so you can have a website for this company. Now I'm going to play. Okay, get your headphones ready. I'm going to play something which is related to ceremony and marriage. Okay, so you need to listen, and after listening we're going to ask some questions about the listening. All right, are you ready? Okay, I like parties too. Yeah, good, you fixed that. Yes, parties. Thank you, Amatullah. Okay, So let's start playing. Is your headphones ready? Are your headphones ready? Hello, Samuel and Izzy. Thank you for joining us. Have you got your headphones ready? All right. So let's listen to this conversation which is here. And I say, listen to the conversation about wedding arrangements and tick the items on the advertisement that you hear mentioned. So soon we have to tick what we heard about in the advertisement. So we got some stuff and we need to tick them. Okay, let's start listening.
Unit 2, Lesson 3.
Right. Now, Jenny, let's check the wedding arrangements.
Okay, Mum, but remember, we want a quiet wedding. Nothing fancy.
Yes, well, the courthouse is booked for 3 p.m. on Saturday, October the 17th. Oh, and there's a rehearsal on Friday at 5 in the afternoon. We can have that here, at home.
A rehearsal? Why? It's only a simple ceremony.
Well, I've got it all planned. I don't want anything to go wrong. Then, on Saturday, we'll get to the court office by limousine at 2:30. We want to be on time.
A limousine?
Of course. Now, I've got the guest list and invitations.
How many people are we inviting?
Oh, 130.
Mom, that's far too many.
Of course it isn't. It's only family and friends. Oh, I've arranged flowers and the photographer.
Okay, we want some photographs.
And a video of the ceremony. And the reception's going to be at the Rochester Hotel.
A video? I don't want a video.
Oh, yes, you do. And we have to send it to your aunt and to your uncle in Australia.
I suppose so.
Now, we have to go through the list of wedding presents before deciding on the reception menu. And then...
See, that is not very simple and quiet wedding. You know, the mother is so happy about her daughter. Maybe she did not pay the money, so she's going to pick everything so she can make something special for her daughter. And you know, if you were in Saudi Arabia and you tell your fiance, I'm gonna take you there with a limousine. You know, limousine here means a taxi. Anyway, why go with limousine? They do not have they do not have cars, okay, or enough money. I don't know. Imagine, Dana, you go to your wedding with a limousine here. It means you're going with a taxi. But their limousine is a very expensive car. But I don't know. Maybe the mother is not going to pay the money so she can... Yeah, I know. The limousine is the real limousine, as people know. It's that big white car or black car. So expensive with 2, 3, and sometimes 4 doors. That's right. Okay? So that was a listening part about a wedding, a conversation between a mother and her daughter. Okay? A mother and her daughter. And they were trying to write a list and check with the wedding ceremony. Okay? Now let's move to the exercises. Now we have the grammar builder. Now this is the second part of the lesson. All right. I think after this we're going to have some exercises on the listening part. But so far, let's start with a grammar refreshment. Now, all students don't like grammar too much. Maybe they like listening, speaking, vocabulary, but the most thing that they hate is grammar. Anyway, as we have here, we got a grammar builder. We have propositions. We call these propositions. We have since, after, before, and while. After these propositions, we use present participle. Okay? we use present participle, like work, working, eat, eating. So we say, since we are eating, or since eating something, or after eating, going, playing, or before cooking, watching, jumping, or while making, while watching, while running, something else happened. So this is how we use these prepositions we have here: since, after, before, and while. And after them, we have the present participle. Present participle means any verb in the present, but we add to it ing. Okay? Did you get that? Good. Now let's take some examples here. What you usually do at different times of the day. On different days, in different seasons of the year, or on different public holidays, etc. And the big question, what do you usually do on weekends? Let's start with this question. What you usually do at different times of the day, or in different seasons of the year, or different public holidays, or on weekends. So here's an example. After having a party, we visit an article on weekends, on weekdays, and stuff like this. See that in the chat box I used after, and after we had the verb have with ing, so this is the present participle. Okay? Hi Mariam Zidani, thanks for joining us. Please join us on time next time. Now I'm gonna give you a minute to think about it. Dana, I sleep every day after school. Good for you. That's a nap. I want you, Dana, to use one of these prepositions, since, after, before, and while, and use ing after this, just like the example I gave to you in the chat box. So you can have your sentence like, after sleeping, we do 1, 2, 3. Like Amatullah, before going out, we like to have, all right? We like to have, it's better, we like having a family dinner. We like to have a family dinner. Okay? Or we're having a family dinner, but without E. Okay? Having without E. All right. Good, Dana. Now you catch her. Good. You know, Amatullah, you caught something for her. Now she caught something for you. Amatullah, we like watching TV while eating popcorn. Good. Thank you very much. Now, Dana, before you catch someone else, you had your revenge, okay? Can you think of a sentence like Amatullah? While eating popcorn, we like to watch TV. We like watching TV while eating popcorn. That's fine, okay? Start the sentence with, while eating popcorn, we like to watch. While making, we like to do. Yes, Dana, think about a sentence just like a friend. After I finish my homework, I read the Quran. Amatullah, it's better to say after, okay? You start with after finishing, okay? After finishing my homework, I read the Quran. After finishing my homework, okay, I read the Quran. Both ways are said. Yeah, you can say them like this. Okay, you can say them like this. But if you go on and look for the examples here, okay, these examples from your book. We're not talking about how many ways you can do it. We're talking about complete the sentences using the words in the box. So you have to complete since, here, or here, or here, or here. So we have 4 prepositions and 4 spaces. We have since, after, before, and while. Okay, see, after those we have leaving, registering, taking, okay, graduating. That's okay. We don't need the book anyway. We're here just to do something. You can say after finishing my homework, I read the Quran, or I read the Quran after finishing my homework. That's fine. Okay? But just let's start one by one. Let's stick to the book. We have an exercise here in front of us. So the first one, which one would you like to say? Since leaving school, my brother has had 3 jobs. After leaving school, my brother has had 3 jobs. Before leaving school, my brother has had 3 jobs. Or while leaving school, my brother has had 3 jobs. Which one is correct? So Amina thinks number 1 is number 1. So since leaving school, my brother has had 3 jobs. Hassan says that number 1 is since leaving school, my brother has had 3 jobs. Okay, let's check it. That's right. That's right. Anyway, you have the answers here. Anyway, I don't know. I didn't see that. Anyway, number 2. I met my best friend while registering for karate class. That's right. So number 2 goes for number 4. It's quite easy, yes, because it's more like, you know, for the meaning. Taking this class, I thought English was impossible for me. So we still have before or after. Well, Amatullah says before, so it should be capitalized. Before taking this class, I thought English was impossible for me, but after taking it, things are okay. And of course, the last one is Mustafa applied for over a dozen jobs after graduating from university. More exercise now, but now you have to put since, before, after, or while in the spaces here and change the verb and add ing. Okay? So what we can add here for number 1? After leaving school, before leaving school, since leaving school, or while leaving school today, I had a nice surprise. So you need to add ing and choose one of these here. So before leaving school, I had a nice surprise. Amatullah says. Since leaving school, I had a nice surprise. Okay. That's okay. I go home and walk along the street. I met my cousin. I hadn't seen him for ages. So we had a long chat. Say goodbye to him. I continued on my way home. My dad was worried about me because I was late. So since he left the school, he was trying to remember, and he got someone on his way. So since leaving school today, I had a nice surprise. While going home, before going home, or after going home. Yes, Hassan, Dana, Amatullah tried number 1. While going home, before going home, okay, and walk along the street, I met my cousin. So we still have while walking or after walking along the street. Yeah, that's clear. While walking along the street, I met my cousin. I hadn't seen him for ages, so we had a long chat after saying goodbye to him. I continued on my way home. My dad was worried about me because I was late. Now the trick here is that always do not answer number 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 after you read the whole text. After you read the whole text. So now we have, since leaving school today, he's telling us that after leaving school today, okay? That's okay. After leaving school today, I had a nice surprise. Before going home, so he did not go home yet, all right? He was on his way home. And while walking along the street, I met my cousin. I hadn't seen him for ages, so we had a long chat. After saying goodbye to him, I continued on my way home. My dad was worried about me because I was late. Yeah, it's easy. Now it's easy, okay? Now it's easy. Now let's go on we have a bunch of vocabulary. These vocabulary are related to two sections. The first section, we need to use it for the weddings and graduation. So we need to put these words go with the wedding, or these words are associated with graduation. So complete, we have a spider diagram, okay, with the words in the box. So we have ceremony, graduate, groom, bride, reception, flowers, engagement, degree, university. So if we have two boxes, the first box is weddings and the second box is graduation. So where to put these words? Ceremony is used for wedding or is used with graduation? What do you think? Yes, and sometimes, you know, right, Amatullah, sometimes we use them with both. So we use them with both. Sometimes there's a ceremony for weddings and for graduation. But it's more like for graduation. Graduate, of course, we use it with graduation. That is very easy and clear. What about the word groom? We use it for graduation or for weddings. Is it associated with weddings or graduation? Wedding, of course, yes. And also the bride. So the man at the wedding day, the man is called the groom and the woman is called a bride. Good. Reception. What do you think about the word reception? Actually, sometimes for both. We have reception at the weddings parties and also for the graduation at the university. When you have a graduation ceremony, you have a reception. But yes, for graduation, mostly. Flowers. Flowers are more with, yes, both sometimes. Yeah, you can take flowers for anything. But it's more for weddings because, you know, the bride on her day, she has to meet her groom, or the groom should bring some flowers when he enters the hall and meet his bride for the first time. Now, what about the word engagement? Exactly, so only for weddings. That's right, engagements only for the weddings. What about the word degree and university? They're only for graduation, and I hope you all graduate and get a higher degree at university. So here is the Spider-Man. For the weddings, as you said, we can use ceremony, we can use bride, groom, engagement, flowers, and reception. Now, the other spider one, which is for the graduation, also we can use the verb graduate, of course, that's easy, and ceremony for the graduation, and also we have the university, of course, because you're going to graduate from a university, and finally you get a degree like BA or MA or PhD. I hope you all get this, inshallah, one day. Now, I think this is all for today. I need you to remember we are making a collection of Traveler 3, Flying High 3, and Mega Golf 3. So this is the old collection of our lesson. There is no one book. It's a collection of these 3 books. And, of course, if you missed this class, you can come and watch this again. All right? You go to the list of the recorded lessons, so you can download it or you can watch it online anytime you want. And here's a toll-free number. And there's a Twitter account, and you can ask a question by clicking on this one, and you can have technical support 24/7 to send it on email. Thank you all for being here. That's all for tonight. Good night.